Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I would like to take this chance to introduce to you the process I get the drone license in Italy and some useful tips for you to fly a drone in Italy. The agenda today, I would like to share with you these points. Why do you need a license to fly a drone in Italy? Which are the useful websites to understand the rules? The process I took to get the drone license. Is the license enough? Useful tips for other prerequisites to register in a D-Flight website. The last one, why the D-Flight website is useful and what it can offer. First of all, why do you need a license to fly the drone in Italy? You can basically check the website of ENAC to understand the rules, but it is in Italian. And in the English version, usually it does not show so much detail. You can try to translate it with Google Translate, and you can see the result is like this. First of all, it is mandatory in Italy to get the drone license, which is called APR Pilot Certificate. It is for the non-critical operations. Basically, it is a cascading of the rules. First of all, it was introduced in European Union as a general regulation for the European Union. Then Italy actually adopted it and applied this rule from July this year. Then you can see there is an online course on the website, which is actually a PDF format of a handbook, or we can say the name is online course. For me, it is actually a manual, and you can actually read it, then learn all the key points, regulations, things to understand. These are the list of the useful websites. I'm going to put it in the info box under my video, so you can also check later. First of all, let's take a look at this. This is actually the online course document I introduced before. It is totally in Italian, so you need to spend some time to read and understand the content, and you need a certain level of Italian to understand it. But a useful tip is that you can actually go to the European website where it shows the general rules for the European Union. You can check the English version, but there are certain points which only apply in Italy, so you need to read this document. Then the second one is a portal to actually get into the service of the exam. You can go through this portal to register your exam, pay for the exam, and then take the exam on the website. Eventually, you are going to get the certificate here. Before you go to the exam, you need the SPID. The SPID is a digital identification, which in Italy, if you are resident, you need to have it now for multiple purposes. So in this case, you also need a SPID to proceed with the exam. Then this is a website of D-Flight. The D-Flight actually offers you multiple services. You can see in its service page, and you can have one of the two plans. One is you get the QR code, which means you register your drone, your information, and also your drone flying license on this website. And you can see here, it shows it is for non-specialized operations, which means it is usually for hobby. If you need to do some operations which is very special, you actually need to go for other plans. So what I did, I got the base product. So I spent €6 to get the QR code for only one drone. Then this is another interface of the D-Flight. It is actually the place where you can register your drone, register your personal information, and so on. And in this website, you can also check the fly zone, the height limit for each zone before you go to the region, go to a specific point to fly your drone. It is highly recommended, not only for the mandatory registration here, but also to check all the information about where you can fly the drone, how high you can fly the drone, and so on. It is very useful. This is the website of the drone insurance. I'm not going to say that this is the only website you can buy the drone insurance, but you can compare and check the websites. Check Google. We're going to see a lot of options, but I chose this one because it's English friendly, and the response is quite good. This is a page where you can insert your personal information, get a quote from them, then reply to that quote and decide to place an order or not. So then I would like to share with you the process I took to get the drone flight license. Actually, there are 3 steps. First is to study the material, the PDF document, then go to the website to pay the exam fee and take the exam. The last point, of course, is to pass the exam and get the license. The difficult part is the first part, you need to study the Italian material, and for the second part, you need to register SPID to be able to enter the portal, pay the fee, and take the exam. So I'm gonna show you the interface of the website. It's like this. When you log in to the portal of the exam, you're going to see this interface, and usually you should click this one, Avvia nuova pratica. It means that you are going to the new session of the exam. Then usually you are going to see this, and you can click my exam, and then go to make payments and do the exam as in this page. Because I have already taken the exam, so now I can only see my this part is called attestato, is actually my license. If you are newly registered to the exam, you're also going to see the entry points here. Then after you finish the exam and pass the exam, of course, you're going to see your license. It's like this, with all your personal information, name, surname, certificate number, which will be useful for the registration in D-Flight website. I keep it in digital format on my cell phone. Is the license enough? According to the requirement, after you're reading all the materials, going through all the regulations, you can see that it is not enough to have only the license. You need to buy the insurance and also to register on D-Flight website. After registering your information on D-Flight website, you need to get the unique QR code for your drone. Why do you need to register in D-Flight website? As I explained before, get the QR code is like a certificate for your drone. Then it is also very important to understand the flight restrictions of different zones. Alright, let's take a look at the D-Flight website. After you log in, whether you are existing user or you just registered, you need to provide such information, your personal information, your certificate, for example, like ID and your number, everything here, to register you as an operator of the drone. Then you need also to add some additional information. Okay, and of course, if you are resident in Italy, you need to provide the physical code. Then in this page, you are going to provide your attestation number, your certificate number. And here, my type is non-critical, which means that I fly the drone for hobby. This is when you log in to the D-Flight website service, you're going to see the map. I can say it is a great indication for you to understand where you can fly, where you cannot fly, which is the height limit. You can also see the agenda here. It shows you different registrations in different colors, which marks different areas. For example, if I right click here, this is max height 0 meters, which means I cannot fly in this place. But please check every time the place if you really want to fly. Max height is 0, because for example this place, it is a natural park. In natural park there are many restrictions, but it does not necessarily say that you can never fly in it. In this natural park, I checked their website, I can actually fly in this region, but I need to apply for it. There is a complete form and procedure I need to follow if I want to fly there. This is another example. You can see I already clicked this little place, the yellow circle, and you can see the max height is 45 meters. The maximum height you can fly is different from region to region. You need to always check this website for further information. In this slide, you can see your personal information, as I am a basic user, and your QR code here. And suggestion for you is that always check this website before you go to some place to travel to fly your drone. It is super convenient and useful. I wish you enjoy the explanation and fly safely.